moves of a team, but can catch an enemy team off guard and secure a victory. So now Shui is going to be picking up the old Junkrat or Jake-Rat, and Hisu on the Widowmaker alongside Mag, pulling out the Orisa. I haven't seen a huge amount of Mag Orisa thus far.
Spam comp, boys. I can't wait. And he's going to get damage boosters up by DJ Gong, of course, on the Mercy. Oh, Hisu giving us a little dance.
He's a little ballet.
Going super aggro. Look how far forward Hisu is playing. Knowing, of course, he can get back rather easily with that grapple or the shift. Wow. Okay. That's not a good start.
How can you step in a bear trap if you float? The real question.
Oh, right. I thought you were going to give us a real analysis. But you're right, Harry. I don't know.
Yunbong's going to move over now. He no longer wants to be on that very vulnerable Zenyatta. Instead, going to be playing on the Ana, so he doesn't have to commit too much. But can still get that long-range healing onto Karayan on a deep dive. Karayan is now going to have to be very careful about diving behind Mag's shield, because that will, of course, absorb any incoming bardic darts from the rifle of Myunbong and will deny some healing. Yeah, plus, you don't really need to transcendence anything on the side of RunAway. A lot of it's just insta-kill. Of course, Riptide, and obviously I wouldn't make a headshot as well. They're going to just rotate Ishu behind the Brigitte. Manages to find at least one shot. Gets dove on rather quickly, though. Got to be a little bit more careful if you're WGS, of course. There's so much spam coming in from Shui and, of course, Mag also laying down a lot of fire with his weapon of choice. Oh, this is not a good position. Karrian's going to get taken out as well. Ishu is going to get jeweled out by DPI to make sure Myunbong is more than safe. But Karrian going down. This is a very, very sore situation for WGS right now. Myunbong's going to go down also. Ishu finally found the kill. Pelican managed to get his way in there as well. Shui delivers some burst damage, but there's a resurrection from LEGDAY gone.
They need to actually take the point here, or at least step on. They're finally managing to do it. RunAway are going to activate LEGDAY Gong's ult. They get 2 ticks. WGS, this is a pretty good situation for them. They're going to have to withstand all this incoming pressure, though, from Shui's Riptire and Gangnam Jin's Transcendence. That's Supercharged not quite there yet, though. 60% on it. It's normally a teamfight win as well when you think about it. It's one of the highest winning ults in the game if you just pop that solo.
So WGS here, they have 2 win conditions that they need to fulfill in the next fight. They have to nullify Shui's incoming Riptire, which will mainly be the job of both Myunbong and Gargoyle, who have some of the most reliable hit scan damage available on that. And then they'll have to get onto a point.
Wow, okay, so Myunbong is going to go down.
So,
that's
see ya.
Yeah, Myunbong's like, wow, I got a headshot by a Widowmaker. Ouch, not again. Please, team, protect me. Defense matrix me. Please do something. This is going to be the big problem here, because as soon as you lose the Ana, there's really not much else you can do. She's going to stay on the high ground, Harry. She hasn't got any mobility. Pelican really doesn't have either, neither does Gargoyle, but the rest of the team can obviously skirt around onto the high ground, which is something that you said earlier. They want to prioritize that, but they're running into Shui. His bombs coming through, and obviously Hisu's got that perfect sightline.
Slight mercy there from Joker, actually taking out DPI, so no stagger onto the Baby Diva is going to mean they have the time to get back onto one already. Accruing that percentage again, now RunAway. They don't have the mercy jaws. They have to go straight onto a point with the Supercharger and maybe the self-destruct.
Okay, Myunbong's actually found himself not in a bad situation this time. Karrian, though, having to use that Primal Rage to get back on. That Graviton Surge is going to come through. Oh!
Graviton
Karrian jumping in, finds himself 2 kills. Who'd have thought it? Combination of a Primal Rage into the grab just ends the life of RunAway. Quick shot. That Bio Grenade as well, landing onto QOQ. There's no way he's surviving that. Myunbong finds himself 2 kills. WGS, they end up capping. They have about 5 minutes to go now.
I gotta admit, that's a combination that I don't think I've seen in competitive play in a really long time. The old Graviton into Primal Rage, giving everyone those slaps, just throwing some hands all over the place. Both of our teams are going to default now over to the 3-3 versus 3-3, but we do have Pelican having the advantage when it comes to that rally. He's got an advantage over Shui, and he's got an advantage over RunAway.
Oh, look how low Shui was going. Had to back off so fast. Target calling from WGS so good. Discord Orb was on him, of course. There's going to be beat from WGS, causing RunAway to fade back here into the distance near their spawn. So that does alleviate a little bit of pressure from them as soon as that beat does come down.
LEGDAY Gong taking a little bit of damage right here. Gargoyle's going to be applying as well a huge amount of charge, but there's a counter rally coming through from Shui.
Okay, that rally only lasts for 30 seconds as well, so WGS's are going to run out momentarily. Oh, Gargoyle was so close to learning an ult too. He's at 80%, just firing those right clicks in amongst RunAway. So close to that ult. Gargoyle 90% now. Hisu's going to launch his own Graviton Surge in. Self-destruct on top. That Shatter to stop people from assaulting the grab isn't going to be enough. A Shatter from Mag this time around does end the life of Pelican. Shui's going to find himself 1 kill. Karrian doing the same. LEGDAY Gong does end up getting pinned, but it will be RunAway winning the fight, halting the point pressure from WGS, but they still managed to acquire a tick.
DVI here could be forced to, oh no, he is actually gonna be taken out by Hisu after getting his mech back by the damage from a Bunny Blast. But RunAway, they invested reasonably heavily there. They used all 3 of their tank ultimates to stay in the zone. But Shui actually got himself yet another rally. We saw Shui actually overtake Pelican when it came to that rally charge. Both of them going to have it available for a forthcoming fight. But crucially, RunAway are going to be incredibly sustainable here. Not only will they have attrition on their side with their close spawns, but also 3 spot ultimates on their back. And they may need them to withstand the incoming assault of Gargoyle and DPI. Uh-oh.
DPI gets pushed off the high ground. This is not a good situation for you to be in. QOQ just raining down fire. Look at his ult charge, by the way. He just gained 30 in under 5 seconds. That was legitimately ridiculous. He's going to be able to combine this with the Graviton Surge as well. There's the grab. QOQ's up above. Do they need the self-destruct? An eaten Graviton Surge from QOQ as well, stopping WGS in their tracks. Transcendence does come through from WGS to sustain them in the fight, but Myungbong's dead as soon as that went out. Lights out for WGS as they have to fall back now without a support, well, without the 3 supports at their backs. They're going to have to focus down these targets so quickly. QOQ being focused out, using that self-destruct actually to find the remech. Doesn't want WGS instantly jumping back on the point.
QOQ cannot be punished because Myungbong's not going to be there. Can't get that long-range fire onto the Baby Diva. Mag may have to try and rescue this Shores. The Earth Shatter in his back pocket. Karayan's got the same thing, so we're both going to be getting the feel for the stakes right here. But previously, both of these shatters have been blocked. Mag going to be trying to make his way through Karayan's shield, which is already down to half health. He's got the Discord.
Oh no! Round the corner. He's going to get met with the beats, but it's not enough to save Karayan. Gangnam Jim is going to finish him off. And now RunAway running amok all over WGS. They're going to run them down quite easily. They can just back off to the point. Still holding on to those 3 support ultimates as well. Shui's got himself another rally. RunAway backing up. And look at the ultimate generation from there. Just stupendous.
Hisu and Gargoyle both doing huge amounts of damage right now. Both of them have got yet another Graviton Surge, but of course, Gargoyle's going to be trying to get through the defense barrier with QOQ this time. That's got to get on your nerves if you're a Zarya to get out-thought so hard by the enemy Diva. Just gobble, gobble, gobble straight into the defense matrix. It gets on your mind. He's got to reset his mental, make sure QOQ isn't getting in on there. Hisu can once again drop the Graviton Surge first, let Mag swing in and get another one of those Earth Shatters, but Karayan can shut them down.
There's the grab. It's not going to get eaten. They jump straight on top of it. Karayan's going to fall. WGS not wanting to invest anything. As soon as DPI gets that one, as soon as DPI doesn't eat the grab, sorry, that's pretty much a fight as good as dead. And making sure they save everything for the next, of course, is going to be quite imperative. 40 seconds remain, of course.
And you can afford to get that solo grab there onto Karayan, because you know you can either use it to force out an enemy Earth Shadow, where you do a huge amount of damage to him, or you're just going to kill the enemy Reinhardt, which generally is a death sentence unless you have to run away with the Graviton Surge. That's a big boot. Karayan didn't want that particular engagement. He's backing off right now. He's going to keep touching the point. They've got a little bit of percentage here, Jules, but this is last fight territory. RunAway have a couple of tools, and WGS Armament have even more. 5 ultimates available. QOQ's going to open.
Self-destruct from QOQ. Mandu ends up going down. You're a Lucio. Please ride the wall. Get behind cover. Another eaten grab by QOQ. Gargoyle, you got to pay attention to the DM. There's going to be a beat matching the Transcendence from Myungbong. That Transcendence instantly runs out though. Mag pins Karayan also. Time is over. It's overtime right now and time is ticking away. And so are the health bars of WGS. DPI and Myungbong are going to go down. RunAway. Just unbelievable pressure on the front line. And QOQ with 2 back-to-back Graviton Surge eats. Halt WGS in their tracks, making sure they finish on the second point.
Gargoyle sliding in those DMs like an enthusiastic Twitter fan right now, and he's QOQ's not having any of it. Does look like a pretty dominant hold here from RunAway. 1 point and 47.3% is all what WGS will have to their name here on Horizon with nothing left in the time bank. So clear win condition for RunAway. Claim the first point, get about halfway towards a cap of the second, and you will put yourself onto match point as we move into escort. So WGS Armament, their best chance here will be to go for that first point hold. And to make that happen, would you go for the regular 3-3, try and rotate those ultimates? Eventually, you are going to find yourself in a situation, likely, where you will not have the ultimate advantage if you keep trying to rotate that out. You will eventually, 3-3 versus 3-3, win at least one fight for RunAway.
This is the RunAway we wanted to see. Shui being subbed in was clearly all that they needed. The secret sauce to the RunAway victory. They're going to be in the offense, of course, and WGS on the defense. And this map will end here too. Not capping the second point does mean RunAway have a clear win con. 48%-ish, with the first point being capped as well. On defense, WGS just running super standards. Kind of scared, it feels, maybe to go for something a little bit out there. Not even running Winston, which Karrian has shown off a little bit earlier on.
Maybe Karrian's worried about potentially getting picked off by a more aggressive composition that could come out. But of course, Winston is more adaptable when you go up against DPS compositions because you're far more able to pressure long-range DPS with your leaps. But it doesn't look like he's going to be happy with WGS Armament. Just play a little bit more tightly knit with that death wall. And we've got to think about if we get a second point, how much pressure there will be if RunAway can get one tick but not get the cap. WGS Armament will only have about 14% worth of leeway. But we'll think about that later, because right now, all minds are on the 3-3 versus 3-3 battlers. RunAway going to make their rotation and potentially try and get on the point and force WGS to come to them.
Wow, whoa, WGS dropping super early. They don't want RunAway in a priority position. But already, look at this.
Oh,
Karrian actually gets booped into the rest of RunAway and easily dealt with. QOQ with a little fancy hop
assassination.
Yeah, he's popping off. He doesn't need a mech carry. He only needs a small buddy blaster. And RunAway are going to take this point again in record time. They did it on Blizzard World. They're going to do it on Horizon also. Gargoyle gets chased out too. He's building up to a Graviton Surge, and that's going to be the only win con for WGS. They're not near any other ultimates, Harry.
CQOQ, he's acutely aware that the Bunny Blast does not suffer from damage drop-off, so we can be more of a long-range DPS in this case. We'll be the recipient of that armor pack, and we'll quickly get back up towards this mech, no doubt. The passive ultimate charge on D.Va's about maybe 5% per second. Is going very low, though. Needs to get that mech back, and that's going to mean RunAway can then make their attack. But Gargoyle is going to try and stop him in his tracks. 17 or 16% away from that Graviton Surge. Can try and do that from a distance. Remember, QOQ's in his head. His mental could be broken. He cannot be feeling with Gravitons right now. And of course, if we Gravitons him up on high ground, Karrian's going to have a big amount of trouble trying to follow up on that. DPI is going to come in from a different angle, but Karrian's so low already, Jaws.
Hisu hasn't got a lot of charge to his name. Gargo sends out that grab, but it was enough time for Gangnam Jin to actually build up a Transcendence. A Sound Barrier is going to come through as well. Big Shatter actually goes into Karrian's shield, not so big now. QOQ gets sent to the ground, and this is a perfect opportunity to try and kill him. But another Graviton Surge comes out. It is this time Karrian who gets caught up. QOQ jumping in with a self-destruct. Karrian ends up going down. Permanently is Karrian under pressure. They are now at a man advantage. A self-destruct is thrown out by WGS, but it doesn't quite find anything. And instantly DPI is forced out of mech as well.
Karrian's back, he's coming back to the point, but there's still so much pressure on Gargoyle. The main DPS is down.
He's dead. Mandu's going to go down as well. Gangnam Jim taking over the game. QOQ as well is going to take out DPI. They're going to be able to secure a tick. And look at this, a perfect charge into Karrian to stop him charging onto the point and RunAway. Sealing the deal on Horizon. 2-1 in the series now.
No contest. Momentum was on their side. They managed to survive that Graviton Surge incredibly well. And then we actually saw a layering support ultimates from RunAway. They just knew they could seize the initiative. They thought, okay, we can layer these if we want to, because we are in such a position where we can win this out with one fight if we can just surge forward and survive through the current onslaught of WGS Armament. So maybe you don't want to go for layered support ultimates all the time, but in this case, I feel like it's kind of okay.
QQ find the biggest picks as well with these self-destructs. You could see Karrian was backing off. Like he did obviously want to get to his team, but he was put in a situation where a lot of the times you are as a main tank. You have to put your shield towards the self-destruct, and then you put your back towards the enemy team. He put his back towards the self-destruct. Obviously, instantly got taken out in the end, and that was it. It was done and dusted.
Yeah, you cannot turn your back on RunAway. They will run over you incredibly quickly.
2-1 in the series right now, and match point also. We'll see if WGS can come back. We'll be jumping to a quick break, guys. Do not go anywhere. Hey guys, welcome back. RunAway manhandling WGS right now, 2-1 in the series. WGS's strong map was Control, but they're going to have to win this next one in order to force a map 5.
And they will. WGS opened up strong, left hook, or in this case, right hook, coming through on Control, but then RunAway, they're like, fine, you forced our hand. Shwee's coming out. Decal's back on the bench for now, and Shwee thus far it's like night and day performances between these two. And of course, we did see WGS Armament try their own substitution. They got rid of Flora to bring in DPI, I assume because DPI is a more reliable diva if they were planning on not running Sombra on that point. Didn't work out quite so well, only managing to cap 1 point and 47.3%. RunAway easily running them over. I'll have to see if Flora will return on Watchpoint Gibraltar.
You know, I would have thought he would, especially on Gibraltar, because yes, you can run the 3-3, of course, and you kind of just need that high ground priority. But having the Sombra there, again, is such an open map where you can leverage so many of the health packs, especially on the offense. If you are the Sombra, you can hack away the Mega in the server room. Obviously, the lower Mega as well isn't quite as valuable because the cart does tend to move through that choke point very quickly. We'll have to see if Flora does get subbed in. However, it's been DPI, but kind of the same performance when you look at both maps, both Blizzard World and Horizon, in the way it's gone to RunAway just so decisively. And one of the reasons for that was QOQ. Again and again and again, he's not only finding these massive picks with the self-destruct, but 2 grabs in a row. Just getting in the mental of WGS.
He's in Gargoyle's head. He's just burrowing into that stone noggin. I have to see if he can continue doing that. Well, why do you look confused? You know what a gargoyle is, right?
Yeah, oh, right. Oh, God, okay, I didn't actually understand.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, I was like, stone noggin? Like, where are you going with this? Like, normally you say touch wood, right? And then touch your head, but all right, okay. Well, anyway, let's move on to the map pool, Harry. Gibraltar is going to be the
double snipers, dude. Hisu has already shown off for Widowmaker on Horizon. Do you think we're going to see it again? Can Shwee pull out the Hanzo? I feel like RunAway are in a position at the moment where they can have that gambit on a first point defense.
Especially, I mean, double snipers, please. Double sniper. I like saying Widow and Hanzo, especially if you have the... It's kind of an odd comp, not really so odd, but you can have the Xayah with the Winston as well, because the Xayah can play a little bit more defensively around the support and then around, not where Widowmaker is sitting, of course. You can imagine she's going to be right up on the high ground, way at the back, just making use of those long sight lines, but use the monkey to jump in, receive the personal barrier, and then jump the way, not jump in, but fall in and then jump straight back out again. Then use those long sight lines with the Hanzo as well, and then combine the Dragon Strike with the Graviton Surge. It's very much a possibility. RunAway on the defense, though. They could do something a little bit different. Okay, so it's going to be Shwee staying in, 2. No decal just yet, and Hisu's actually on the Widowmaker.
Is DPI playing Sombra instead of bringing in Flora to play Sombra? This would be an interesting...
Interesting, indeed.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a small betrayal. They're using a London spray instead of a Vancouver one on RunAway. Like, come on, dudes. Well, where's your brand loyalty?
No. Disrespect. Ooh. Mandu had his eyes
out for Hureg.
Out the door. Okay, so DPI, no, he's not on the Sombra. He's going to be on the Diva instead. Can't imagine so, of course, like you said, Flora being very adaptive on the Sombra pick.
LEGDAY gone and Gannan is going to have big control of sightlines right here. Oh my lord, Gargoyle already put on notice, 300 HP. Taken away rather quickly with a headshot from Hisu, and same treatment for Karaya.
Look how aggressive he's playing as well. Like, he can play these long sightlines perfectly. It's up to the tanks of RunAway really to kind of take out Karyan and DPI or put them under a lot of pressure. Taking a few pot shots at WGS as they go into server room, trying to rotate onto this high ground potentially to force Hisu away.
Pelican being the first pick there, Hisu's going to make his way around that shield, give him a quick wave, goodbye. I think this push could well be over. That's a 3-man anti-grenade there from LEGDAY gone as well onto all the tank lines.
He's going to wear off, and Hisu, yeah, don't be too cheeky. That is going to get triggered in the end, so he will get walls for just a moment on the Diva, but they're going to have to wait for Pollitt to come back. They can't really do much else. And they have sights now as well, so they could potentially spawn trap Pelican here.
This is going to inform Max Dives as well as LEGDAY.
Oh, Mandu, why? Why? Don't ride the walls against a Widow. It's just so easy to track. He's going to get jumped on in the end, but Armor Pack is going to land his way, meaning the Winston's doing negative damage on him. A Transcendence is used fairly easy, but Myungbong, but Pelican inflicted with a Bio Grenade. Gangnam Jim's going to finish him off, and QOQ as well, going to round on the supports. That Primal Rage from Mag, pinning everybody in a corner. Plus, they can stagger the D.Va here as well. DPI in a very sore situation.
Manta returned, only to be slapped away pretty quickly. I've got to give props there to Shui's usage of a repair pack, managing to save both Hisu and then Gangnam Jin for a while as well. Didn't go onto the main tank. Mag wasn't taking a huge amount of pressure. They knew he had the Primal Rage as well. So the use of the armor pack there from Shui really managed to mitigate a lot of Karayan's damage on his dives. Karayan is going to now have that all-important Primal Rage, which means he can make deeper dives, will have that additional 1000 HP buffer to save himself if he doesn't get stunned. If he dives onto Shui, potentially he can be bursted through with that use of a shield bash.
Oh no, Gangnam Jim ends up going down. This is bad news for RunAway.
Good escape.
Karayan is still going to be able to chase. Got 1000 HP, of course, jumping straight on to the supports, and Hisu again ends up going down. Okay, so now Mag falling also. Karayan taking the fight into his own hands, taking 3 people with him. WGS are going to force RunAway off the point finally. QOQ gets demeched. They managed to find the first point cap. Now 4 minutes remain for them to get through the warehouse.
You can't ask for more from your Winston than taking out 3 squishies. That is what peak performance looks like, whether you like it or not. Great use of a Primal Rage there. We will see a double swap here. Mag and Karayan both going to be forfeiting, but Winston's moving over onto the Reinhardt. It's going to be a Reinhardt versus Reinhardt duel on the ground. The question is, will anyone be claiming high ground? From looks of it, Mag in the background is actually moving in. Will forfeit the high ground now. It's going to be an all-out clash around this corner.
They will forgo, obviously, a lot of ult charge. Gargo has that Graviton Surge. QOQ, you see him looking straight at him. He's like, I'm going to look for DM. Just make sure he lands one. QOQ doesn't need it this time. And this Ultra Truck planted in the center of them all. He manages to find one in Hisu. So now Mag's not going to have the protection he needs. And a Transcendence is going to get used from WGS as well to make sure they survive. Karayan gets pinned way at the back as Mag charged him through. But the rest of WGS were about to roundabout on him and kill him off. Mag's going to be able to come back. He's got the Shadow, but will it be enough in time?
Healing Lit was there from Yumbon. Karayan's trying to lock down the potential entrances. QOQ gets shield bashed, and there's for Slam.
Slam goes straight into the shields and the personal barrier of the Xayah. A beat is going to come through as soon as that Shadow gets laid out. Perfect support ultimate usage from WGS is going to make sure they can focus down Mag. He goes down quick sharp as Mandu takes the kill. Now LEGDAY going buying for a little bit more time on this payload. RunAway end up falling. 4 minutes now left in the time bank. There's only one person that got forward spawn, but it's the D.Va, so they should be able to get rather fast. But look how far Gangnam Jin's playing up. He's going to get sent back to spawn rather readily.
Gargoyle has now lapped Hisu in terms of ultimate charge as well. Yet another Graviton Surge ready to go, and DPI can combine it incredibly quickly with that self-destruct. Karayan's going to have to get a good charge through here, but they're going to have to remove a huge amount of shield. So now it's all about tracking for WGS. They've got to watch for Hisu's projected barriers. They've got to get a little bit of pressure onto Mag's shield. But second, those Xayah barriers are down, Jaws. That's when you can strike with a combination.
There's the grab. DPI's just got the self-destruct as well. Karayan's trying to remove the shield. Another grab comes through. DPI finds 2. Mag finds the pin onto Pelican, but with 2 supports already gone for RunAway. This is disaster for them. Mag is going to lay out that Shadow, but it's going to get blocked by Karayan. His shield is so low, but QOQ finds a kill onto DPI. They're still in this fight, Harry, and RunAway have the priority spawn.
DPI didn't even know he'd been demeched yet, but Gangnam Jin's still claiming names. WGS, despite their investment here, will be forced to go backwards, and RunAway, a couple of clutch plays, did manage to make that one work. Gangnam Jin, managing to demech DPI there was so big. It meant that DPI basically just ejected, and he had nowhere to go. He was just ejected straight into a path for self-destruct, instantly picked away, and you lose such a huge amount of brawling potential once you lose that D.Va. And of course, DPI now going to swap over. No longer wants to play on that particular hero. Instead, going to go over to the Sombra, try and get a couple of hacks. But right now, his hacks will only be to facilitate a push rather than some kind of ultimate, such as an Earth Shadow, because nothing is available for WGS Armament. It's going to be a vanilla fight from them.
Nice hack. Instantly, though, you can see the shield going on him, so no one really could run at him. DPI is going to get face checked as well by the D.Va. So now, WGS know they're in a not very dominant position because they don't have the D.Va, of course, and the rally going off from Shui does send them reeling.
Such a great reaction there to RunAway to the hack as well. Straight away, you see Mag get the shield and QOQ just straight up there, making sure DPI can't get anything done. Like, brawl me, I dare you. I'm just going to smack you about a little bit. Karayan now going to be claiming a lot of space, using that payload for cover so he doesn't have to keep up that shield. We'll have to use it now to avoid the incoming damage from Hisu as Gargoyle desperately tries to build up towards the Graviton Surge.
Big Shatter. Met with the Transcendence though, so they're not going to go down just yet. Graviton Surge thrown out by Gargoyle. It's going to get met with the Trans as well. Instant Shatter on the ground, but that's going to be a big problem. The Transcendence was already going off, Harry, meaning there was no damage going on to RunAway. Gargoyle managed to find 1 kill in Mag. They send this self-destruct up, but they can't find anything either. And now DPI can take control of the game. He is 5% away from that EMP. He's not going to lay it out just yet, of course, as RunAway needs to get back to the points.
Got to hit a couple of shots here and there. The EMP is ready to go. Mag can lose his shield.
Straight on top of RunAway. 4 members get EMP. There's nothing they can do. Mag ends up going down, and now Myongbong can also just sit back, rain fire from the back line. A Graviton Surge is going to be online very shortly as Gargoyle is only 5% away. They can get it off, and they know that RunAway haven't got any support ultimates to bear as they just laid down the beat. Myongbong losing a support ultimate of his own to make sure the rest of WGS survive. A couple of meters there remain, and they managed to full cap.
And that was all predicated off a tiny little play from Gargoyle. He hit the Graviton Surge at the exact right moment to pull Mag out of a charge via hit onto Pelican. If he got that pick onto Pelican there, you'd lose so much overall healing potential, as well as damage potential for the side of WGS. But being able to save Pelican from that by interrupting the charge of the Graviton Surge, mwah, beautiful. Bellissimo, Gargoyle. Good play there, saving his teammate.
You finish... Good play. What I mean, for people who don't understand Italian, good play.
That's bellissimo in Overwatch.
My goodness. Do you know any Italian apart from that?
Ciao?
Nice. You even said that with a confused tone. Ciao.
Buongiorno?
Maybe? That's French.
No, not buongiorno. Buongiorno is not French. Bonjour is French.
But you added an O. Does that make it Italian?
Yes.
All right. Woohoo! Well, you can see what grade I got in my French lessons back in school, Harry.
I can see what grade you got in all lessons.
What? Just in languages. Come on, man. School was hard. School was tough.
Well, I'm glad that you're electing to learn Korean at least. So yeah. you're gonna have one language.
One language under my belt, because English definitely isn't a language
yeah.
I know.
Yeah, it doesn't even know what a gargoyle is, so I'm not sure if that one's just that's a write-off.
I forgot they were made out of stone. That's not me not knowing what they are.
That's just you not knowing much about, like...
life.
Yeah, statues.
True.
Statue knowledge is lacking.
Mr. Architecture. Anyway, WGS on the defense now, RunAway on the offense, of course. He's jumping onto the Widowmaker again. We'll see if he wants to change off. DPI once more running on the Sombra.
Kyoku already hacked. Seems like Kyoku is right now the primary hacking target for these brawls. I imagine Shui, LeGdaY, and Kyoku will be the primary targets. Mag's going to make a quick engagement here, but will drop off into that bubble, keep himself nice and safe.
Nice little position from Hishu. Instantly met with a few orbs, though.
Zenyatta,
that's one of the best things you can do is just check the Widowmaker. If she gets into a high position, just sends a few orbs her way. She gets pressured out. Orbs travel fairly fast, a lot faster than the sound waves coming out of the Lucio Blaster, of course, and they do a fair bit of damage, no damage drop-off.
The WGS now are all on the low ground, so Myongbong will be a little bit more vulnerable. Cannot play on that similar plane behind Karai's shield compared to Isu, who right now playing up on the top left of your screen. DPI getting a little bit of a frisky play around the back, trying to look for that early hack. We'll get it onto Mag, and we'll potentially build up towards that EMP using the SMG.
Hisu trying to get through some shields. It's going to be fairly hard, of course, as WGS have 3 of them, if you count the Xayah bubbles as well. Mag taking the high ground. WGS know exactly where he is. You can see them looking around to make sure he's not going to drop down. Instantly met with the shield bash, but jumps straight back up again. This is what you want to see from your Winston. Just getting a lot of that cleave damage down. Gangnam Jim ends up falling, but they actually trade Lucio's, and now is the support battle. Mag needs to find this kill onto the Lucio, but receives an armor pack. Has to retreat back to the cart as he was 50 health. Has to play so passively, and WGS can now posture around Karai's shield.
Yeah, QOQ up on the high ground is going to put down a lot of damage, but DPI ready to go with the EMP.
Pelican falls, then Mag actually found Manthu. Primal Rage, just a forte of Mag right now. In fact, both Winston's doing a lot of work with the Primal Rage. DPI, you're not going anywhere, friend. I already found your translocator.
Just slap him a translocator. That's a rare usage of Primal Rage there, but we've had some incredibly impressive Winston play from both of these players. I'll be excited to see if they do pick up Winston a lot more in future series, but for now, Hisu. The question is he going to stay on this Widowmaker? He has popped the Infrasites, could be back in the spawn, but it doesn't look like he is actually going to be looking for those shots. Going to be trying to lay down that advantage on the supports, get those instant picks where the support ults are less available. DPI?
Okay, I don't think he meant to click it. If you click E like super quick, by the way, like you travel so quickly. It's not the biggest frame in the world for you to actually translocate. Big EMP though on the front line. That health pack getting hacked also. Means RunAway can't even escape to that. Carrian just swinging about. He's going to find himself a couple of kills and build himself up towards that shadow momentarily. 25% away. Hisu switching over, same with Mag. No Winston, no Widowmaker. They're on the Rhine and Zaya now, respectively. So far behind they are, though.
I think I understood why DPI used that chance to cater right there. I think he was actually trying to make sure he had the invincibility frames as he was moving through the air, where he could not guarantee he would be traveling at the same velocity as Karai's shield, because we saw that Hisu had the infra sights. So maybe he wanted to have that additional sort of ability to avoid incoming shots.
Wow, that was actually a right click mixed with the just flame strike. Pretty early Graviton Surge, in fact, coming through from RunAway. Well, Transcendence even. The RunAway get caught up in the grab, and they're instantly taken care of. Both Transcendences popped too. Gangnam Jim actually popped his Transcendence when Shuid already died, so they really wanted to make something use of that fight. But WGS were like, fine, you popped that, we used the grab, that's no worries. Now you've got nothing ready to follow up that with.
Even with a trans out, Mag still got the Discord, although it's a good amount of pressure onto him as well. It didn't even require a charge from Karan to deliver that burst damage of 390, but would usually seal the fate of a Reinhardt. So great call there from WGS Armament. DPI once again ready to control this engagement with an EMP. Potentially it can be combined with an Earth Shadow.
Oh, he gets slammed. Doesn't click Q though. So he will save the EMP for another day. Mag actually gets flame struck. He's scorched on the way out, and now both beats have been laid down. Also, is up to DPI, but he is going to fall, which means he's going to have to get back to the point. WGS know they have to play scared. RunAway are using that rally, and Mag has got that shatter online. He's going to come back to the point momentarily.
That rally is so important. It's going to mean that everyone's going to be so much harder to take down after the EMP jaws, but potentially after the EMP hits, Gargoyle can use that Graviton Surge. QOQ can be hacked here. DPI could be a feint.
He's thrown it in, but it gets instantly destroyed. He tries to throw it in again. Translocate is coming up very, very soon. EMP is going to get used to make sure no one from RunAway can run towards their own grab. Gargoyle gets taken down, though. In the meantime, the EMP meant all of nothing. A Transcendence comes through from Gangnam Jim as well to make sure they survive the entire fight. Hisu finds 3 kills in amongst it all, and Gargoyle had the grab, but didn't decide to use it in the end. Went down fairly early on. And WGS are going to forego the points. RunAway now have 3 minutes to run towards third.
Attempts at early pressure there on QOQ to make sure that Gargoyle would not get his grab eaten, but it seems like RunAway were just overwhelming there. Hisu did so much damage with the energy at his fingertips, as well as laying down an early Graviton Surge as well. DPI, I'm not sure if he's even trying to fake out with those translocators, maybe trying to make sure that RunAway took a less than ideal engagement and they'd be EMP'd out of that being destroyed by RunAway, but for now he's got his eyes on QOQ, has control of the high ground, can use the SMG maybe to try and get a little bit of that ultimate charge towards the EMP to try and go for a second time. Gargoyle opening up.
All right, pretty good grab. They managed to lock 3 people in. They're going so low. But Pelican taking out Lee Jae-gong. Signals the end of the fight. Mag's going to go down as well. No more speed boost for RunAway. This means they're going to have to go back to spawn. They're going to have to go again, but did give DPI a lot of time. As soon as that grab goes off, just hold down the left click on it. Did mean he earned his EMP.
RunAway didn't invest much at all. Hisu desperately trying to stay alive, wants to keep that energy, which is so important, of course. Burning down an enemy Reinhardt shield. Brian's going to catch a fire strike, but it's just going to give a little bit of extra energy over to Gargoyle as well, who now has to play catch up when it comes to that ultimate. DPI can strip away so many shields here if he can catch Gangnam Jin in that EMP, but he is going to have the extra armor.
Perfect EMP lands onto QOQ and Hisu, but that shatter from Mag, who it didn't actually connect with, is going to meet with 3 people at WGS. A Graviton Surge gets thrown out by RunAway. Is there going to be the follow-up necessary? Sweet and Hisu do manage to take out the majority of them. WGS end up falling even after that EMP hit 3 people. And now it's only 1 minute and 44 for them to cap the point on third.
50 seconds and they will have a greater time back on the side of WGS Armament. QOQ though, he can lock down everything.
Are they going to be able to touch?
They can't touch!
No! Hisu and QOQ managed to boot back Pelican, and then you could see on the corner of your screen to the right-hand side, the D.Va rushing in, trying to touch.
I'm coming, guys.
Unable to touch, in fact, and 1 minute and 43 will be the time bank RunAway have to work with.
And crucially, they will be presented a win condition here by WGS Armament, regardless of how far they can push. Unless it's a full complete, in which case RunAway will have to go for the full complete as well. But it's still an advantage to know what kind of distance you need to make, because that can inform your compositional choices. I imagine here WGS Armament may once again go for the Winston 3-3, because it's so great at controlling the high grounds that are so prolific on first point, and then move into a Reinhardt 3-3 on second. But for now, both of our main tanks will be hovering over the customary Reinhardt 3-3.
Now RunAway running out with it. No more Hisu Widowmaker, unfortunately.
I guess they don't want to give up that ultimate advantage, or the ultimate tempo that you often give away when you have to swap over your Widowmaker onto Zaya. Looks like a more aggressive hold, however. They could just decide that they want to try and hold WGS Armament for 2 fights. And if you can do that, you can basically guarantee a win right here.
What's interesting too about holding this far up, you have a very easy escape opportunity obviously on the high ground, but you can also leverage that mega health pack on the bottom right hand side, which then the offense can't leverage. So another extra health pack to run to is always nice when you're holding this far forwards. Sweet, peeking around the corner. Oh no, they're going to get caught out. So they're just going to run forward. He should just right click it in, already at 80% charge. Just making sure he keeps an eye on DPI here. That's a lot of free ultimate charge for him, as the defense manager doesn't do anything to the left-click beam of the Zaya.
Kyoku instantly tries to stick away back
from
DPI.
That was close. Gargoyle got boot forward, had to use personal barrier, and then as soon as that disappeared, you could see the amount of fire going on him. It actually broke, and then instantly gets taken out as they dash through Karyan's shield.
Cool play from RunAway there with only 25 seconds left of WGS Armament. They're attacking on multiple fronts. They had Kyoku go up onto the high ground. He challenged out DPI, so we're like, oh, we got to help out DPI. But then also like, oh, we're going for a boop on the Gargoyle. Gargoyle's used his own resources. I guess Gargoyle dies. Oh, Karyan's dead as well. So many different fronts now. Gangnam just in such a good position. Who's going to challenge him here, Jaws? No one can really challenge him unless we see DPI go for a big dive.
Yeah, they're going to have to engage rather heavily on him, but that does mean he's going to get a free Transcendence. Myungbong is not far behind. Only 4% for him to actually get that one online. The rally's going to get used by Shui to march them forward, and instant shatter into the shield. So that's going to be a good block from Karyan. And this is RunAway playing a little bit more defensive, but they know they can. They have grab, they have self-destruct ready to go. They managed to catch one in Pelican, they throw it out with a massive slam from Karyan. QOQ gets 2 kills with the self-destruct. Mandu and Gargoyle are already dead, and a Transcendence to see them forward as well. Karyan gets rounded upon as he ends up going down. He takes out QOQ, but at what cost? The rest of his team are already dead. OT ticks through and RunAway hold WGS at first.
How does QOQ just keep clutching out these random self-destruct? 2 kills coming through, and not only that, he removes the main source of damage once Gargoyle is gone. How are you going to be able to brawl? DPI needs to try and do a lot of damage with those fusion cannons, but he can't really do that because the second he reveals himself past the shield of Karyan, that's when he's just like, ooh, guess I get a second grab right here with all this energy, just going to carve my initials into your mech. And this is such a good win condition for RunAway. They can easily claim this series 3-1 now. Meanwhile, WGS Armament, they are looking down the barrel, Jaws. If they want to take us to Oasis, they're going to have a monumental hold.
Almost 2 minutes as well. 1 minute and 42, Harry. That's at least another fight and a half. Well, maybe even like 2, because of course...
That's 3 fights with how close you are to spawn.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is a scary situation for WGS. Remember, they're what seemed to be their strongest map. Of course, RunAway did sub out Decal. Maybe that was the weak link, but WGS's strongest map in this series has been Control. They won it 2-0, and a fairly decisive one, too.
You can even play Bastion here if you wanted to, just try and control the high ground, because you know that they have to be in front of that car. Look, just like RunAway, I'm going to be pulling out a couple of DPS picks here. Shui creeping around. That's a lot of DPS. That is 4 DPS, 1 healer, and 1 tank. They just want to make sure WGS Armament, if they lose 1 person, it'll take so long to get back, unless it's Mandu.
QQ on the Bastion. Let's go. Shui's going to be on the far right as well. Look at that golden box of victory. RunAway needs to get it. But look at WGS. Look how scared they're having to play, Harry.
What do we do, Jules? What do we do? Shui's already raining down. Karyan's going to have to eat a lot of that with his shield, but he may well be hacked by Hisu, and if he does so, it's going to be curtains for him. In comes Mag with a pile driver. We'll hit a couple of people up.
DPI's going to get hacked as well. You can see. And look at QOQ just raining fire from below. Gargo and Karyan are already dead. This is surely a death sentence for WGS. QOQ just taking over the game on the Bastion. No one can deal with him. Gangnam Jim even's going to find the head of Mandu. Finally, Myungbong takes out QOQ. But again, at what cost? They have to touch the payload consistently for another 55 seconds. A Transcendence to make their name stay. But QOQ's near that tank form, and Shuiz has that barrage. It's going to come out as well as that EMP. Myungbong takes him out. The hero of WGS keeping them in this fight.
And Hisu desperately trying to keep control of the hamster.
QOQ's going to take out another 2 people. Unleashes the tank form as well. A player that has seen not much success on any team when he played in Apex on MVP space is making a name stay in Contenders. Of course, won Season 3, but now decimating the competition in Season 1 of 2019. QOQ going undefeated, undisturbed on the back line on the Bastion. His D.Va as well has just been such a stalwart for RunAway. Incredible play are going to end the series 3-1, of course. WGS looking so lost at the end.
I don't want to say I'm a tactical deep genius for caliber of RunAway, but I did call it. I said that Bastion would be the play here because they got a contest in QOQ. Evidently, he agrees with me. I love the shot he got onto Mandu here as well. That was a beautiful flick. Just like, you know what? Boom!
Bang.
See ya.
Right in the head. Perfect from RunAway. Continue their undefeated streak as well. They have not been defeated on this new roster, dropping very few maps too. We, of course, saw them drop Nepal. That's when they had Decal in. Maybe they wanted to test Decal out. And it's one of those, Control is a game mode where maybe you want to test these new players in the roster, just merge them, integrate them a little bit more. Plus, if they're very flexible, they can switch up because every map tends to have a different playstyle too.
Yeah, I imagine Decal also saw Shui playing that fair and was like, this was literally why I was picked up. Come on, guys.
Gimme.
Come on. This was my moment. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait until the next time for RunAway play to see Decal once again. But for now, they will feel triumphant with their previous roster. Of course, in the last season, they only had 6 people on their roster. So basically, all of their scrim time, there was no sharing required in Season 3. Shui was there the entire time. You can see how powerful that synergy is. The second they brought Shui in, they're like, fine, we're RunAway again.
We're good again. It's all good. I mean, this is the first time they've been kind of subbing people in. I mean, not only has QOQ just been performing out of his mind, Decal last week did perform fairly admirably as well. They did come off a fairly easy win. Of course, they were against Geekstar. You can imagine that was going to go their way. And RunAway, you can see, just not even faltering, even on points. WGS had a few definitely outstanding moments. We just saw the Primal Rage mix the Graviton Surge, but
Karai's Primal Rages have been consistently great.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Gargo and Flora have had spectacular games. Flora being subbed out. I mean, maybe that was a mistake. Maybe they did need that Sombra specialist to come in and just wreak havoc.
Like, especially if you're going to run the Sombra defense on Gibraltar, I feel like you might as well run the best Sombra, like the Sombra that confounded Element Mystic so quickly. I feel that it was potentially a missed call from WGS Armament to remain with DPI in the roster for that particular Gibraltar.
Well, this Nepal map was fairly surprising, like we mentioned. It was, again, Flora and Gargo really stepping up to the plates just with the big EMPs. There was only one that went a little bit foregone. And then it really felt like QOQ found out the way Gargoyle likes to play, just found out his little ticks, the way he likes to position grabs, the way he likes to position himself before he does actually go for this big grab, and eating them on Horizon was just halted WGS right in their tracks, and they just didn't know how to recover from it.
Yeah, I feel like Mag also started to get a bit more of a feel for Karayan around the end of that series. Mag seemed to be getting quite a few good shadows as well as some nice charges here and there, managing to... Actually, he got Karayan in a good charge midway through Gibraltar, but Karayan actually forced out a Transcendence from Yumbong to follow him in that case in order to survive, so demanding quite a few resources was Mag. But we'll have to see if WGS Armament, if their Sombra play will be overwhelming for teams that aren't the caliber of RunAway. And what caliber can we look at that stands between Element Mystic, who went 0-4 against WGS, and RunAway, who were 1-3?
I mean, maybe it was Element Mystic. Maybe it was a bit of a rough week for them. Yeah. Coming straight back into Contenders, plus
the new scenario in the training area with the live spectators of them.
Possibly that too. Also, it was the first time actually facing WGS too, so you could put a little bit on that. But then it goes back to the story where we are looking at a WGS that has been playing the same lineup since Trials, and obviously winning Trials and going through and forward. Well, finding a place obviously into Contenders via Trials, and there's so much history there. You can look back and say, okay, so what do they play? What do they play on certain maps? How do they like to set up, etc. There's so much to research, and the backroom staff from Element Mystic maybe not picking up on a few things, and WGS finding that 4-0. We'll have to see if Element Mystic do come back around in later weeks. Of course, they are near the bottom of the standings right now, having that 0-4 loss, but WGS looking pretty good. Had a very defensive control map.
He dropped his pen.
I did, a little flick, and yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I'll find it later.
Yeah, so you can see Element Mystic tomorrow if you want to see how they're going to be faring for the next week. But just to steal something from Overwatch League, if I could pick like a player of the match, it's difficult. But I would go between Hisu and QOQ, but I think QOQ just clinches it with his Horizon performance, managed to get such a read on Gargo. Like, their win conditions were just insurmountably just increased in likelihood by eating those Gravis on surges.
Like I said, it did throw WGS off a little bit. And then you saw Gargoyle, as you can imagine you would, or anybody else would, just play just a little bit more safe, like a little bit more scared. Like, I need to look out for DM. And you got to remember, Defense Matrix was actually nerfed a couple of patches ago to where it's no longer on a 1 second cooldown. It's on a 2 second cooldown. So you can effectively doubling it, which means you can just wait for DM. And then as soon as you see that go off, you can hit grab, or just wait for a little, like a fraction of a second or a second after, and then go for the perfect grab. And he just wasn't looking out for it, and it was QOQ reading him like a book. And then there's also the mind game there where you're like, okay, so I'm not going to use grab. I'm sorry, I'm not going to use defense matrix. I'm just going to wait for you. I trusted myself to listen for that voice line to go off, and then I'm just going to hit right click, bam, instantly eat it, and take away your momentum.
Yeah, in that case, you've got to try and maybe force out some defense matrix from QOQ by like maybe having Karayan throw out a couple of fire strikes here and there.
Definitely so. We're going to jump to a quick break, guys. Do not go anywhere. It's going to be O2 Blast versus Geekstar to round out the day.